Testimonials, why they matter so much, today on the Dailyish Show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Dailyish Show, a show not just for rental housing providers, landlords, or property managers, but a show for anybody out there who is in business for themselves that is looking to be more time wealthy, have more control over your calendar, have more white space on your calendar to do things that are most important to you. It has nothing to do with income generation, just a hint. So my name is Mark Dolfini. I am the landlord coach and your host for today's show. Hope you're having a good week. It's been a busy one here, and just lots of different things going on. Lots of different. My bandwidth is being stretched. That's for sure. So it's good to see you all today. So today we're talking about testimonials and why they matter so much. And you might think, well, no, duh. Like why? Of course, testimonials matter and positive reviews and these sorts of things. And for those of you who might be in the property, the rental housing space, especially if you have a business, you know that people can just get on there and just lay all sorts of hate on social media and Google and give you bad reviews. And if you're running an Airbnb business or a VRBO business, obviously the reviews are your lifeblood. You've got to have positive reviews, right? But the testimonials, these are the same type of thing where you are getting someone to say things about their experience with your business or with you. And that's so important. Now, you might realize that, it's good to have somebody that's, saying nice things about you, of course, but do you really understand the science behind it? And that's what we're going to be talking a little bit about. We'll be talking a little bit about that today. And I draw on my good friend. He's not my friend, but my good friend, Robert Cialdini, who wrote the book Persuasion. And in there, it talks a couple different things related to testimonials and why they're important. So if you've not read that book or listened to it on Audible, it is a really, really good book, or at least, but I'm going to give you the basics of it in terms of why that's important for you to understand today. So the first and foremost is social proof. Now, the interesting thing about social proof is if absent of any other information in terms of what it is, let's say for argument's sake, if we don't have any other information but by watching other people and what they do, if you see someone else do something, you're more likely to do it absent any other information. So if you're not sure what to do, for example, if someone yells fire and you see one person running in one particular direction, you don't know enough about the situation. You don't know where the exit is, so you're thinking, well, maybe that person knows where the exit is, so I'm going to follow them. It stands to reason, right? Again, absent of any other information, our brains look for shortcuts, and social proof is one of those shortcuts. So think of it another way. I use this analogy all the time because this is one of those real world analogies that we run into. But if you've ever watched somebody, maybe where they were up speaking, for example, and it wasn't clear if you're supposed to applaud or not, right? So you get one or two people that starts to applaud, and not everybody is sure if they're supposed to applaud or not. But if you get a certain number of people applauding, there's enough social proof that everyone else will applaud. So that's social proof in action. Or the other side has happened where you get one or two people clap and no one else claps because there's not enough social proof, right? They didn't know if they're supposed to be applauding. So that's one of the important things there. And why testimonials are so important, because as it relates to the next piece, and this is probably more so why testimonials are important, especially you'll see them on videos, especially on product videos, where you'll have a couple or a person, or it might be a male or female or someone of a certain ethnicity, whatever. But they are saying things about the product, right? This is why video is so important. And this goes back to liking. Now, it does definitely make a difference if it's more a physically attractive person, but it doesn't have to be. It just needs to be somebody that is like them, Okay, so it's not just, do I like them? Are they someone who's likable? Are they funny? Are they charming? Whatever. But also, are they like me? Can I relate to that individual? So if they said, this is a perfect thing, and you're speaking to your demographic, if you're a single mom of 2 kids, and they also happen to be a single mom of 1 kid or 2 kids or 3 kids, they're like you, so you go, oh wow, they get me, right? This is also why it's really important to understand your client avatar. If you don't have a good understanding of your avatar and you're trying to say, well, everybody is my customer, well, it's really hard to have testimonials. I mean, you'd have to have 50 different testimonials to hit every different avatar that you might be reaching or trying to reach. So that's why it's important to have a really clear definition in terms of who your avatar is and who you're trying to reach, because it's easier to line up those testimonials with people that are more in alignment with who you're trying to get business from, right? So if your avatar are single moms of 2 kids, right, it would make sense to have a testimonial that also is in alignment. You wouldn't necessarily want to have a married couple with no children speaking if that's not who you're trying to chase after, right? If that's not your avatar. So, so this is also why it's important that, like for me, for example, my avatar, I like working with people who are in business for themselves, right? Whether that's the rental business or not, I like working with small business owners. Does it mean I won't work with property managers? No, it doesn't mean I won't work with them, but I like to target my messaging towards people who are in business for themselves, whether that is maybe they're a contractor, maybe they're an attorney, maybe they're running a some sort of other service business, and they don't know how to scale that. That's something that's directly in my avatar. So, like the purpose of the show, that's why my content is always directed towards the small business owner. Not necessarily if you're a rental housing provider. Many of them want to get into that business if they're not already in it, but how to run their businesses more efficiently and effectively, right? It stands to reason. So if I was going to have a testimonial, which what sparked this entire conversation is that I had several of my inner circle coaching clients this week provide testimonials, video testimonials for me, so I can use in some marketing. But it was really cool. I mean, it was humbling to say the least, to hear the really cool experiences that they've had and things that I didn't even realize that they were experiencing. The ancillary benefits that of being in the inner circle coaching and mastermind. So it's really cool. Anyway, that's all I have for today, folks. If you'd like to reach out, you can reach me at landlordcoach.com/connect, or you're always welcome to drop me an email, mark@landlordcoach.com. I am always happy to have a conversation with you. Just not a sales call. If there's anything that I can do to help you, I am happy to do that and pay it forward in any way that I can. So that's all I have for today, everybody. Please be sure to place a value on your free time, because if you don't, someone else will. But most important, there is no amount of money that will make time irrelevant. Have an awesome weekend. I'll see you guys next time.